What's up, guys? This is your boy James, aka 68J, coming to you on this Monday. And I hope everyone's had a great weekend and you're ready for your week, ready for this crypto space to pop, to go bada boom, bada bing. I look up and who do I see? My greatest family, or the greatest family, hanging out with me, huh? Who are we talking about? Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin family, huh? XRP Army, in the house. IMUTV, in the house. World Be Free, in the house. Guys, let's get right into it. Hustle hard. And crypto said, let's go. That's my brother, Crypto OG, my man, Pots and Pans. Much love to Crypto OG. Iron Man Grift. Been in a chat with those brothers this morning, seeing them keeping in contact. Shouts out to my mans. World Be Free. How you doing, family? Good to see you. True Ducal in the house. What's up, True Ducal? Good to see you, brother. Huh? Mike O in the house. I'm going to give you a call, Mike O, after the stream, my brother. But busy this morning. My boy Mike O, always reaching out to me. That's my man, Pots and Pans, my best boy. DCA Crypto Dave in the house. Angus Scrim. Happy Monday. Huh? Everybody should be happy. Huh? Bitcoin at 112,400. Huh? We're going to get into that in just a second. Elias Garcia. My nephew. My little dude. Huh? Mi amigo. Muchachos. Uncle James, little homie. Shouts out to Elias Garcia and the Garcia family. Love you, nephew. Prayers with you. One Arm Gamer. Make sure you guys go check him out on YouTube. Incredible young man. Love him to life. He's just such an incredible kid. Shouts out to Erica Garcia. Shouts out to Paul, Laz, and the Garcia family. Uncle James, love you, brother. Let's keep it going. Angus Krim, good to see you, brother. Happy Monday indeed. Why? Well, damn it. Let's talk about it, huh? Bitcoin. 112,428 or one that quick it went down. 112, let's say 400. Ethereum right now, $4,300. XRP just below, huh? It needs a little bit more to go. Poquito. I'll tell you I know Spanish. Let me stop. It's at 298, guys, right at that $3 mark. Let's see what happens with that. We got Tether right now. Good Lord. What am I talking about, Tether? BNB right now, 880. It's Monday. Forgive me, guys. Hey, damn it, I need more coffee. Can I drink this live? Is that okay in front of my nephew? I think so. Ooh, man. I don't know if I should be doing coffee in front of my nephew like that. Shouts out Elias. Solana right now, 216, guys, with some change. We got Dogecoin at 23 cents. The market is green. TRX. Tron, huh? What happened to Justin's son crying about his coins over at World Liberty Financial getting frozen, huh? Well, huh? That's what happens. You get, you pay to play. You got to deal with everything that comes with it. Here's that number 9 right now, 33 cents, guys. ADA right now, Charles Hosky. We got a little video about him coming out in a little bit. Somebody kind of said some things he wasn't saying. 86 cents, guys. We got Chainlink right now at 2307. Sui at 346. We got XLM right now at 37 cents. AVAX 2553. H-bar, you know how we feel about that one. 22 cents, guys. We got Litecoin, huh? Haters still out there? Oh my God. The haters got something to celebrate. Y'all at number 20 now, not 21. Don't be hating. Don't start no one be nothing. It's at 112. Crow right now is at 25 cents, guys. We got Toncoin at 310. Shiba, that's 4 zeros and a 1. Guarato zeros and a uno for those of you guys like me who are bilingual. Let me stop. Good Lord, huh? It's the coffee. Polkadot right now, 404. We got Uniswap at 961. World Liberty Financial. Justin Sun's coin still held up in that one, 20 cents. Aave right now, 304. We got Pepe at 4 zeros and a 1. OKB right now at 190, guys. We've got, let's see, anything else worth talking about? Ondo right now, 93 cents. Matic is at 27 cents. Guys, also remember, nothing we talk about in this show should ever be considered or deemed financial advice, for I am not a financial advisor. My name is James, a.k.a. 68J. Been in crypto since 2017, man. It's been one hell of a ride. I'm so blessed. We're so just, oh my gosh. It's like a dream every single day you wake up and say, good Lord, I'm in crypto. But anyways, guys, we also started this show. Even though we've been in crypto since 2017, we started the show about 2 years and 10 months ago. It's been one hell of a ride. We represent the greatest family, you guys, the greatest family, you guys, on planet Earth, EARF. You damn straight. Noreen Taylor in the house. What's up, sis? Good to see you. Noreen in the house. Marvin Davis, that's my brother, huh? My sexy queen. You look up sexy woman in the dictionary, you'll see Jeanette like this. That's my baby. Let's keep it going, huh? DCA Crypto Dave, good to see you, my brother. We've got ICP right now at 489, guys. Casper coming in at 8 cents. We got VChain right now at 2 cents. Good Lord, try Google on that one. VChain partnerships make you lose some sleep. Algo right now 23 cents. That good old Michael Jordan number. Trump coin 862. Look like it's stuck. What's going on, Trump? You need a pump? Pump, by the way, is at 2 zeros and 4. Filecoin right now at 244. Flare, don't you dare sleep on Flare. It's at 2 cents, guys. FET. Artificial super intelligence. Got into that, got in early, 65 cents. We got XTC right now at 90, actually at 68 on CoinMarketCap, 8 cents to be exact. INJ right now, 1352. Optimism, we got a whole lot of it. Why? Gary Ass is gone. Paul is in. Let the bull run begin. Optimism, 75 cents, guys. We got QNT right now, $100. You know how much XRP you can buy for $100? Let me stop. Good Lord, huh? QNT, that's one of the ones as well. Might be a little bit bullish there. STX right now at 64 cents, guys. We got Curve Dow at 79 cents. What else we got? GRT right now at 9 cents. What else we got? Dog with hat, monkey with scarf, skunk with G-string. What's your meme? Who cares? Do your research. Make sure you know what you hold. Right now, dog with hat, WIF, is at 86 cents, guys. We've got, let's see, fart coin. Huh? You got any? I would admit if I did. Huh? You a fart coin millionaire? No, I got into Bitcoin early. Let me stop. It's at 81 cents. Gotta make you want to holler at 1 cent. IOTA coming in at 19 cents. And XTZ to OG at number 100 at 72 cents. You got to love it. Let's get right into it, guys. We got a hell of a show for you guys today. It's Monday. And by the way, guys, if you guys don't know, if you're watching this on a rerun, we go live each and every day at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then every Friday, we go live at 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Last week, we did Ladies Night. This week, we'll probably have a panel. I'll let you guys know for sure. And if there's ever a Friday we don't go live, there'll be a recording of something that we're doing. That's how me and my man Niall got it rocking. All right, guys, let's get right into it. Huh? Who else is up in here? Angus Scrim, good to see you. True Dukel. We got the greatest family. Did y'all know that? Huh? Only the sexiest people on planet Earth. I said it. Damn it. I mean it. All right, guys, let's see here. You can also catch us, guys. Guys get a chance. Make sure you guys go over to our Crypto for Life page. Crypto for Life with 68J, guys. We have some of the most epic, amazing, incredible interviews ever. Go check them out. We even got Dumbass Gary, one of the only YouTube channels that ever got him on live. And to get him to call himself a dumbass live. By the way, make sure you guys go check out, hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. You guys will see some of the most incredible people. And also my sisters over at Ladies Night. Do yourself a favor. We got dollar cost averaging in strategies, dollar cost averaging out. Nothing we talk about is financial advice, but there's some really amazing content. And some of the biggest names in crypto have been on this channel. You damn straight. Also, you guys get a chance. Make sure you guys go check out Chicago. That's our Chicago coin, guys. You guys can see everything that we're doing connected to movies and other things that we're doing. You can go over to our X page at Chicago coin. Make sure you guys go check it out. And shouts out to my brother, Niall, Rob, and IMUTV. Make sure you guys go check it out. Go follow them, all that good stuff. And tonight, you guys are in for a treat. Tonight, my sister is going to be in the house. All my sisters, plural. We got Keita 1211. We got World Be Free. We got Optimistic Prime, Lady K. They're going live tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Digital Ladies Unscripted. You know, the 68J shows the sisters all love, huh? All right, let's keep it going. Often things rhyme until they don't. Often things rhyme until they don't. There's been a lot of people talking about the setup that we're looking at right now is very similar to back in 2017 when XRP went parabolic. And the only difference then is we got all kinds of adoption now, huh? They tried to hold us back. They tried to throw Operation Choke Point 2.0 on us. They tried to hinder us. They tried to manipulate us. They tried to do everything they could to destroy Ripple and XRP. We ain't going nowhere. Matter of fact, we beat their ass 6-0. Assets, let me stop. 6-0, undefeated. They can't beat us. Big things getting ready to happen. XRP ETFs are set to be launched. What are we talking about? Several XRP ETFs are set to be launched soon, according to Coinbase institutional research. Right here, babies, Coinbase. More crypto ETFs could be on the horizon. The SEC has applications for more than 90 new crypto ETF products, including, but not limited to, funds that would hold tokens, including XRP, Solana. Aren't those the two coins that Trump mentioned on Truth Social? Huh? I think so. They say typically the first thing you say is the right thing. XRP, Solana, ADA, you damn straight. XRP, Solana, Dogecoin, and more. These issuers are going to launch a lot of product and try to find something that sticks, says Bloomberg. Analyst James Seffert, if that's how you say it, adding that the next 12 to 18 months could see hundreds of crypto-related ETPs launches. It says, what ETF is next? Several XRP ETF applications amended their SEC filings in the last week, which some analysts could say could be a sign that the launch is coming soon. A lot of people expect this, guys, to happen in October. You say trick or treat, they be like, ETFs. Let me stop. Beware of scammers, guys. This is something that's really big right now. This is shared by Coin Bureau. It's talking about be careful, guys, using a hardware wallet. Hackers have hijacked NPM packages in what is being called the largest supply chain hack in history. Ledger's CTO advises against on-chain transactions right now. Damn. Those hackers, boy, they working overtime. Be careful, guys. Be careful. And I'm going to tell you guys this while we're on the subject. If you guys get like these dumbass, I get a lot of messages from like, it's saying, you know, your Coinbase this and check your Coinbase account. And I get emails talking about check this wallet and check. And dude, guys, I'm telling you right now, these companies will not email you. They're not going to send you text messages for you to click on and then you go out and put your information. Guys, I'm telling you, they're trying to bait you every which way. Hacking, scams, and you know, stealing people funds is at an all-time high right now. Please, 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 please be careful. Double, triple check. Be secure. Make sure you got two-factor authentication set up. All those things, guys, because hackers are on a tear right now to try to steal. They don't want to go out there and do what we did. They don't want to go out there and do their research, pay the price, put the time in, hodlism, you know, all the things that we did over the years. No, they want to go out there and just steal. And so we'll let the, you know, be careful. Hopefully the government and all the three-digit agencies catch up with their ass and get them. How about that? Huh? You got dang straight, Anthony. Huh? Look at Anthony. Bitcoins. Anthony XRP Bitcoin. big coins. Anthony went in with the link for Chicago Coin, guys. Make sure you guys go check it out. We got one of the most amazing teams. We do movies. We do so many different things that we're still working on right now. You know, movies don't happen quick, but they happen. And we'll be excited when it drops next year in Regal theaters. And it's mentioning Chicago Coin and all that good stuff. So that's pretty cool. We got a hell of a team, guys. You guys want more information on it, make sure you guys go check it out. Thank you so much, Anthony Wanner, for that love. Huh? The family. Watching out for family. You damn straight. Huh? Noreen in the house. Angus Scrim, Hustle Hard and Crypto. True Dukel. Nina Blossom. What's up, Nina? Nina came out. Her and her husband came out to Vegas and treated me and my wife out to dinner for my birthday. That was so dope. And gave me a birthday present. Man, Nina Blossom was one of those rumors, man. That's my sister right there. Crazy how you make family. You know, doing this journey, you actually meet real people and end up forging, you know, real amazing relationships. Shouts out to Nina Blossom. All right, guys, we're going to be talking about it to the moon. That's the narrative right now. Validates you're part of the greatest opportunity in the world. NASDAQ files with the SEC to allow tokenization and blockchain listings of stocks. So if you guys want more information, it looks like there's a link right here. I ain't got time to get in all this, but if you guys get a chance, make sure you guys go read this. It talks all about it. I got more that's going to cover this right now. Let's keep it going and get right into it. Okay. It says breaking NASDAQ files with U.S. SEC to enable trading of stocks in tokenized form. This is absolutely massive, guys. You guys understand the attention here. They were always saying, crypto's a scam, crypto's a scam. It ain't no damn scam no more. Huh? It never was. Just opinions of those who didn't know. Hopefully they know now. All those family members and friends that weren't listening to you then, they'll see you now. They'll see you now. They'll be like, oh, what are they doing in the bank all the time? Paper today. It says paper hands today, hindsight tomorrow. Paper hands today, life of regret. That's fine. That's a fact. Guys, I'm telling you right now, people who sat around, you know, those stories of, there's so many people said, man, I remember Bitcoin. I'm one of them. You know, when someone told me about Bitcoin, I think it was like in, me and John was talking about this. We were at a conference somewhere at a convention center, and they had a Bitcoin conference, and it wasn't even that many people, and there was cards all over the table, and they were trying to give Bitcoin away at the time. You know, we all have our Bitcoin stories. My son used to buy it to play video games, so you know, you don't want to be that person that's, damn, man, I remember when 6.8 was, you know, I might be like the new Da Vinci J when I was saying, you know, get a few XRP just for $1, $1 freaking dollar. You could get a couple at one time about 9 months ago or so, maybe a little more longer than that now. You could have got 2 for $1. There's a time you could have got 5 for $1. There's times you could have got a whole lot for $1. So I'm just saying, man, don't be, you know, one of those people that got a story instead of got a bag. Are you going to have a story? Or are you going to have a bag? Well, the bag could create a story, I guess, but are you going to have one of those stories of regret? Damn it. I saw XRP at 50 cents. Damn it, it's $50 now. Shoot, damn it. I'm gonna just go back and work real hard and get this 50-cent raise. Let me stop. Should have got your ass in that 50 cent. Let me stop. Okay, the scam of NASDAQ filings. What? The scam to NASDAQ filings. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so this is Nate Garassi, if that's how you say it. He says NASDAQ files with SEC to allow trading of tokenized equity securities and ETFs. I remember when I was told crypto was a scam. Okay, got it. Okay, I see. So he's basically saying the same thing I said. Remember when they were saying it's a scam? It ain't a scam no more. Dom over at Easy A, shouts out to Dom and his brother Phil out there making big things happen and traveling the world, bringing awareness to crypto. He said it's a great day to be a crypto investor. I said absolutely lock in. That's a fact. All right, guys. Now here's I kind of talked about this a little bit later. I'm gonna get to it in a minute, but one of the biggest things that I have a problem with in crypto, and there's so many, and then there's a lot of people who say things that they'll say like Brad said this, or Charles said this, or the SC said this, or Trump said this, or I got validation XRP is going to 1,000 tomorrow. All this different stuff, and it's not true. And you don't need to do that. I got more of that down below. Matter of fact, let me see if I find that. I'll come back to this. How about that? You don't got to sit there and lie. Just do your research, man. Let me see where I can find it at here. That's the part that kind of irritates me in this space. You don't have to sit up there and talk about things that are not true. See if I can find it. I had it somewhere. Where is it at? Where is it at? No, this is not it. Okay, I guess a potential target. Struggling doesn't make you. No, I don't know what the hell. I might have actually passed it. But basically, you got so many people, man, that are sitting out there saying things that are not true, and we don't need that. Oh, I know where it was at. It was on that XRP page. Okay, I know I passed it up. I know. I think I overlooked it. Hold on, right here. Here it is. So let me go through this first, and I'll go back to the Charles Hopkinson deal. So it says, to all those who are excited and support XRP, XRPL, RLUSD, Ripple, crypto, whatever it is. But I'm talking specifically about XRP, right? I get it, right? I'm excited too. We're all, especially those who position ourselves the way we position ourselves, right? But please, this is to all those in the community, please stop posting unverifiable bullshit. I said it, right? That no one can verify. We don't need unrealistic prices, news, and predictions. We've come too far, guys. We're 6-0. We defeated the SEC. We embarrassed the SEC. Gary Ass got fired. There's no reason. Elizabeth Warren has been muzzled. Joe is somewhere sleeping wherever he's at, right? Crypto is at the forefront of everything worldwide. There's nothing hotter and bigger. XRP has everything in place to do what it was created to do, right? There's no need to do that. There's no need to lie and shill, right? Now, I got no problem with facts. I'm a big supporter of XRP, dude. I talk about all the things and everything crypto. You guys can go over to our Crypto for Life page. You can see we were covering at one point a coin a day. But as all those speculative cycles ended and all that, we're going to do this in the second quarter, and we're going to do this, and we're going to, and all these promises, and a lot of those companies that were promising things, they're gone. Some of the guys like Sam Bankman-Fried, it was on the cover of Forbes magazine, gone. Luna, gone. Right? Oh, well, there's Luna, gone. Do Kwon, in prison, right? Celsius, right? There's so many things that are no longer here. But for the so that's speculative. This, we got regulation, we got laws, we got things that are being written, and this cycle will be the cycle of utility. Real world use case, right? This is no longer about hype and BS. So there's no need to sit up there and lie and say somebody said something or throw predictions. And I mean, there's so many people that post stuff with no validation, no links, no nothing to verify it. And they do it for the clicks. I get it, but it's just stupid. I just feel like blocking them all. I feel bad because some of these guys follow me, right? You're not helping. XRP doesn't need it. It has everything in place to do what it was created to do. Trump knows it. The SEC knows it. The banks knows it, right? The rest of the world knows it. They all know. They all know what's going on. How do you guys look, how the hell do you think, or why do you think Trump put XRP, Solana, and ADA up at the forefront as the number one assets, crypto assets here in the United States? Why? XRP being the first one. How did Trump get on the right? You don't just go sit by the damn president at the crypto summit if you don't have something that's going to be used or valuable to this country. Then our CEO of Ripple gets up and talks at the Senate hearing. And now they got this thing at what is it, a Swell, where all these Ripple people gonna be there with these major institutions. Guys, come on, man. Like, there's no reason to shill. We come this far. We don't got to go shill. I mean, not shill, but how about shill unreal, right? Shilling things that aren't even fact. It's one thing I talk about XRP all the time. I'm excited about it. But I'm not sitting there going, it's going to go to $100 tomorrow. And, well, guess what? Gary said, or Joe Cat said, come on, man. If I say it, there's something out there to verify it. Share facts and links that verify your claims and excitement. It's okay to be excited knowing what you hold. Just don't do things that make you and our community look stupid. And that's the message I want to get across. Because, man, I tell you, when I do my research, and I do a lot of research before I do my show, I spend hours. When y'all see me sharing stuff, I went through hours of stuff to find the things that I'm talking about, right? And sometimes I may or may not talk about things because someone else might have covered it. I find things that are interesting to me. But in the process of spending hours on X, and my wife can tell you, I spend a lot of time. The problem is there's a lot of idiots. There's a lot of people out there saying things that just aren't true. And they lose all credibility. So when I have people send me stuff all the time. Hey, Jay, look at this, look at that. And I'm like, bro, this dude's an idiot. This person, guy or girl, is an idiot based off the fact of what they're saying. There's no validation to that. That's all I'm saying, guys. Let's move on. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay, so this is something that Charles Hopkinson said. And then here's an example by this person here. It says, bullish. Charles Hopkinson explains how ADA will flip XRP and BTC. He didn't say nothing about XRP. He did. I'll tell you what he did say. Here it is right here. This is what he did say. Now, this guy just said, here's a prime example. This guy saying, Charles said, ADA is going to flip XRP and BTC. Look what he actually said.
In 7 years' time since Cardano launched, we went from nothing to an 11-figure network with millions of people and the largest research group in the world and the passion of the young people.
Yep.
And in another decade's time, we'll be larger than Ethereum. And in another decade's time, we'll be larger than Bitcoin. And in another decade's time, the majority of governments in the world will run on our infrastructure because they trust it.
Now, again, that's a... So this last part here.
Run on our infrastructure.
Hold on.
We'll be larger than Bitcoin. In another decade's time, the majority of governments in the world will run on our infrastructure.
The majority of governments in the world will run on our infrastructure. Now, that's an opinion. That's a very emotional opinion, because if you look at where his emotions started, it started because, he's probably tired of people not giving ADA their respect. In a decade, we'll be bigger than Ethereum. Maybe. In a decade, we'll be bigger than Bitcoin. Maybe. That's how he feels. Nothing wrong with that. I hold ADA. And then the majority of the governments around the world will use ADA. That's I don't know, right? I'm not saying it's true or not. I don't know, right? He's obviously passionate about his asset, right? His company, what he started up. However, nowhere in here did he say anything about XRP. This is where the lies need to stop.
In 7 years' time since Cardano launched, we went from nothing to an 11-figure network.
Okay, I get it.
With millions of people.
Yes, sir.
And the largest research group in the world.
Yeah.
And the passion of the young people.
Okay.
And in another decade's time, we'll be larger than Ethereum. And in another decade's time, we'll be larger than Bitcoin.
Okay.
In another decade's time, the majority of governments in the world will run on our infrastructure.
Now, let me finish.
Because they trust it.
Because they trust it.
That is what thinking in decades gives you.
Now, that last part, that's what thinking in decades. This is exactly what XRP and Ripple has been doing, thinking ahead of the game. A lot of people said XRP, or what Ripple's doing with XRP, XRPL, and everything that's in place is ahead of its time. So thinking in decades will get you. I agree with that. Now, but what you got to look at again, and I'm not going to get caught up into the whole market cap thing, because I do believe that, you look at XRP, it's just literally a hiccup, right? $8, double plus some. So you're talking about maybe $4, $6, $8 puts it ahead of Ethereum, right? And again, this is not to go against anything that Charles is saying, but you got 30 I mean, they're light years away from XRP, light years. So can they pass Ethereum? Yes, but Cardano, ADA, and XRP are not the same. They're not the same. They're not the same. I'm sorry, and I like Olhovsky. I really do. Now, here's what I will say to the person who posted this. He never said it's going to be greater than XRP. That's where the lie is. What did they say? Charles Hobson explains how ADA will flip XRP. He never said that. That's what I'm talking about with the damn BS and the lies. He knows better. I said, they're not the same. They're not. I hold ADA. All right. Stop adding words to the title when that's not what people are saying and making crap up. This is exactly the problem in crypto. Hopium, lies, deceit. Just like what's the guy? Max Kaiser came out. There was something I didn't even repost it, but he said something like, every other asset, 99% of everything that's out there is going to go to crap, go to zero. It's going to go away, and all that money is going to go to Bitcoin. That's literally what he posted. I think it was this morning. I saw it. I didn't even go. You guys can look it up. Max Kaiser, right? The Bitcoin maxi that took off to another country to avoid. Let's move on. Okay. Been thinking myself daily. Gemini comes out and says, tomorrow you will think today you. Tomorrow you will think the today you. You guys get what he's saying? So tomorrow you're going to thank your today self for what you've done and how you position yourself. Because tomorrow, guys, tomorrow's going to be incredible. And I said this, I've been thanking myself daily for years for being in crypto, for having that mind. Guys, congratulations to all of you. And I can't say this enough, guys. I know there's peaks and valleys. Before crypto, I was a business owner. And I've never been in a business that just went like this. Never. Never. Some of you guys are in the stream right now, the Noreens and the Mike O's and a lot of you guys who've been business owners. I don't know everybody's business. Shouts out to Mike Mans, right? But a lot of you guys who've been in the business world, I know like John Singh and many others. Anthony Wanner, right? Anthony Wanner's a lot of people don't know. I don't talk too much about Anthony Wanner is the man. Anthony Wanner is financially free. The point I'm trying to make is that, and I'm not trying to put your business out there, success doesn't come like this. It doesn't come like this. No. It's a lot. I was explaining this to my son who's downstairs now, my 31-year-old son that came from Hawaii to stay with us for a couple months, right? While him and his girl are finding a place of their own. Success is not like this. You're going to have good and bad. I can tell you, I remember when I was coming up and I was chasing, I said, man, one day I want to become wealthy. I want to become a millionaire, And I would read a lot, there's all these different books out there, you can read them, everyone has a book title they like, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. There's so many of them, right? And at the end of the day, I used to listen to a lot of motivational guys like Jim Rohn, and not Jim Rohn like the sports guy, but Jim Rohn that kind of influenced Tony Robbins, Les Brown, Eric Worre, John Maxwell and those guys, which, I had the extreme pleasure of hanging out with John Maxwell and some of those guys. But they talk about how before you get there, you'll fall and sometimes even lose everything 2 or 3 times. Dude, I used to say, damn, oh, hell no, I don't want to do that. It's inevitable. I mean, guys, it's rare. And I don't know where you guys have been in your life, but I'm not saying if you've gone from, like if you have a job now and you got into crypto, you may not have that story. You may not have that. You may just be in a position where you're like, hey, man, I put some money in crypto and XRP, whatever, somebody's, whatever, XLM, XTC, Algo, HBAR, whatever. I don't want to get into because everybody, you ain't say my coin. But you position yourself and you might go from your job to multi-million-dollar status. You may not have, that type of story. But if you've been in crypto, yes, you would actually have that story. Right? Because this has been one hell of a journey. It's been a chaotic, crazy journey, especially when you look at, the SEC Operation Shutdown, Operation Choke Point 2.0, all the stuff that was going on with, with this 4-year and 8-month lawsuit and unfortunate attack on Ripple by the SEC and I think many others, right? I think there's a lot more people that were involved in that. Gary was just a pawn, right? He was just a Ponzi in that whole thing. He was a what's that called? When someone's the puppet. He was a puppet where a lot of banking cartels, a lot of people were kind of filtering through Elizabeth Warren and that administration to attack crypto. But the point I'm making, guys, is that as an entrepreneur, me being a person who hasn't had a job, as many jobs as, most of my life, 90% has been an entrepreneur. I had jobs when I was younger and, from here and there, but the point I'm trying to make is it's hard because you go through a lot of obstacles, a lot of adversity. And if you've been in crypto long enough, you probably got a little bit of a taste of that. The difference is if you know, the more you do your homework, the better your plan. And we talk about controlling your emotions, having a plan, all that stuff. The more you do that, the less affected you are. I mean, you're still going to go through what the markets go through, but it's not as an emotional, it's like the more you know, the better prepared you are for that, right? I can't imagine going back and look, I don't hate the Bitcoin investor because I am the Bitcoin investor, right? But for those who got in early, man, they went through some stuff. I mean, that's especially if you've never been through that type of volatility or crap or in chaos and hate and everything else. But look where they're at now. These guys went from 4 cents to $112,000 all the way up to $124,000. So I'm just saying, like, this ride will really test you. It will really test your character, really test your belief in what you're doing and everything else. So, anyways, but just be thankful. And I just want to tell you guys, I'm proud of you guys because this is not an easy journey. You know, it's great when you get there, it's amazing. When you see those zeros and you're like, oh my God, my life has changed forever, it's amazing. But the journey has been crazy. But I embrace the journey because if you really embrace the moment and the journey, it allows you to appreciate everything that much more, right? So we always talk about don't focus on the destination, embrace the journey. And I think right now, the journey is sweet because of where we're at. The fact that, you know, all this support and adoption and you know, like I said, for anybody who's been around, I've been around since 17, to see where it was the most hated to the most celebrated is crazy. To see all these people talking, you know, even Larry Finks. I remember, I go back to a time where Larry Finks and all these guys were talking crap on Bitcoin. Now they're the biggest. So it's just amazing to be in this position as a community, as a whole. So I know I'm rambling on, guys, but I hope you guys definitely appreciate where you're at and appreciate what's getting ready to come. Your lives will never be the same. So let's move on. Okay. So I've been saying this for some time now, guys. This is funny. Crypto Basic came out with this, and it was talking about how it says funny how the mainstream media ignores XRP when it comes to talking about other assets. And we've been talking about this on this show for a long time now. I'm going to get into this. I'm going to read this. Before I do, let me acknowledge some of my family here. True Dukel, Rye Guy, good to see you. The food, the good food. I don't know what you guys talking about in there, but shouts out to you, my brother. Crypto Logic in the house. Beekeeper69, good to see you. Friends and family time are the most important. Yeah, no, I agree, brother. I agree, man. That's what this is all about, creating that freedom to really, really enjoy your friends and family. You know, I was thinking about this other day, how we get so caught up in life and moving, you know, doing all the things we do. There's a lot of family and friends, man, that you're like, man, I haven't seen that person in years because financially you don't have the ability to do that, and you're so tied into that slave-driven situation that you're in. And so that's what this is all about, freedom. I love what True Dukel says. Persistence breeds success. Losses are a part of the game. The best wisdom comes from taking L's. Man, come on, bro. You dropping bars right now, man, and correcting your mistakes. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. And I'm so thankful for those mistakes, because if I hadn't made those mistakes in so many different facets of life, I wouldn't be where I'm at now. I wouldn't know how to handle and appreciate the things I got now if I hadn't gone through the crap I've gone through. Man, I took a huge L when I first got into crypto. I mean, for most people, I don't know what a huge L is, but at that time, you know, putting that much money in and then losing it and then come back, damn it, and then start again. And so I've shared my story. But anyways, X-Lloyd in the house. Who else? Anybody else I miss? I get everybody? Let's see. I think I got everybody. All right, guys, I appreciate you guys. Let's take a quick pause and let you guys know how much I owe. Selmo Foy, good to see you. To the world's greatest family, on planet Earth. You know I can't go nowhere without sharing a little bit of tales with y'all, and then we'll move forward from there. Crypto for Life, Chicago Coin Family, XRP Army. This is for you.
This one, stack it up. Does it like it is. Got them switching gears, new Ferrari with the tens. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying. Money multiplying, call it rocket science. I'm so tired of this crypto control. You already know, basing let money go. Swimming in the dough as you see gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow.
All right, enough of that. Let's get back to it. All right. So, again, we've been talking about this for years. Crypto Basic comes out and says, it's funny how the mainstream media ignores XRP. And they do. Let's read into what he's saying. Austin Austin Arnold, founder of Altcoin Daily, recently remarked that it's strange how mainstream media in the U.S. continues to overlook XRP. We've talked about this so much, how you can get on, you'll watch CNBC. Today, we're talking about Donald Trump saying that the greatest assets, whatever, and it says, and they have the screen behind them, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin. Like, what? What? How you go from the number 1, number 2, all the way down to the number 20? Well, it was 21. Looks like they're 20 right now, huh? Crow might put them back at 21. But the point I'm trying to make is they totally ignored it. Let's get into it. He said his observation comes amid growing international coverage of XRP. For context, a recent segment by German broadcaster Der Aktionär TV highlighted XRP's progress in cross-border payments, its regulatory clarity following the SEC case, and its potential as a bridge currency for international banking. The contrast between international recognition and perceived silence in the U.S. has reignited discussions within the XRP community. Now, guys, that's what's so crazy. What he's saying is in the U.S., they don't show XRP any love. I mean, rarely. They're still calling it Ripple coin when you go on the news. But you get to like Germany, Japan, other places, oh, it's XRP. We love XRP. You can't even understand what they're saying, but damn it, you know that part, right? It says, while German media, don't even ask me what accent that was supposed to be. Hell no, I don't know, can't get right. While German media emphasizes XRP's expanding role in payments and even covered investment products like futures and certificates, major American outlets have largely remained silent or have referred minimum coverage, at least not on par with what XRP supporters want. XRP proponents argue that mainstream focus remains heavily towards Bitcoin and Ethereum, leaving XRP in the shadows despite its increasing adoption in Pacific financial corridors. And this part, guys, this is how, I'm not going to get too much in it, but if you guys want to go, oh, wait. I guess there's not that much left. Okay, it says reactions to Arnold's comments were diverse. Okay, so anyways, if you guys want to learn more about this, but at the end of the day, it's a fact, and that really in itself, I think for those who know, like when you hear a lot of people like the Jakes and the Mickles and the Zacks and the the Lewis Jacksons and all these different brilliant people in the community, it's a tell, guys, because when you've seen what Bitcoin did and now the average person can't afford it, it is way out of people's reach at 112,000. I'm sorry. I mean, I could buy a Satoshi. Good luck with that one, right? Ethereum. Most people, they said, they did a study where they said most people don't have an extra $500 in the bank. So, most people can't afford a whole $4,200 Ethereum. But back in the day, it was a fraction of that, right? XRP, $2. And basically right around that $3 mark, a lot of people can afford it. And so I just think that a lot of these bigwigs, they realize, man, look, they're not stupid. Just because you have millions and billions don't mean you want to go spend it all trying to get big bags of stuff at the last minute. But even though a lot of them, like Michael Saylor, Kathy Woods, ARK Investments, and many others are doing, you got certain countries like Argentina and these other countries that are out there buying, because that's where their mind is at, right? They got Max Kaiser, Bitcoin. But at the end of the day, smart money is going, okay, look, we missed Bitcoin. We didn't get in at $3. We didn't even see it. Maybe they didn't pay attention. They were listening to the other big guys saying it was scam, it was battery acid, it was poison. It's like cancer. That's what the Jamie Dimons and the Larry Finks and the Warren Buffetts were calling it, right? So they know that they miss Bitcoin. They know that they miss Ethereum at those cheap prices, and they don't want to talk about XRP because it's like this thing I was watching not too long ago was saying, most of the time what happens when something like this happens, see, crypto is a little different. Crypto, typically when you have something like crypto or something like the internet or something like Airbnb or something like whatever, the big money, the institutions, the Fortune 500 companies, those guys, like I remember, what's that guy's name? Can't think of his name right now. Norgratz. He was talking about how, he said, yeah, it's not fair that a lot of us, Mike Novogratz was talking about one time on an interview, he goes, yeah, I don't think it's fair that, he goes, just the way the world works. He goes that I get the call or people like me who got, big money, we get the calls when there's a idea about Uber or somebody's coming up with the concept of Airbnb or, this or that stock or this opportunity. He goes, the average person doesn't get it. He goes, crypto is reverse. The average person was able to get it. That's why you got these guys who are millionaires and some of them even billionaires before big money even got in. There were people who were already millionaires and billionaires in crypto before the big institutions got in, and that's not typically how it works. And so that's why I think that's really the reason that they hate on it and they don't cover it as much, because look, hey, for the few people, think about what they said, 95% of the world still isn't in it. And well, James, I think the number's not there. It might be less than 5% of the world's in crypto, because you got to remember, multiple people have multiple wallets. Some people have 20 wallets or 30 wallets or had 40, whatever the case may be. I've had tons of wallets. So, and those wallets always have some type of residue or whatever, and they're logged as a wallet. So when you look at how many people in the world really are in crypto, it might be less than 5%. So they don't care if that 5% beat them. Or let's say that less than 5% beat them. They don't want to talk about something and give the other 95% of the world opportunity to beat them. And I think that's why they don't talk about XRP. That's a fact. Okay, let's move on. Bitwise lists 5 new ETPs, one being XRP. The Wolf of All Street says Bitwise lists 5 new crypto ETPs on 6 Swift exchange. Bitwise Core Bitcoin was one, which is Bitcoin ETP, BTC1, Ethereum, ET32, Bitwise Physical XRP ETP, which is GXRP. They have one for Solana, one for, it looks like it says MSCI, Digital Assets. Not sure what that is. Digital Assets, which is DA20. Okay, so, but guys, things are happening. Big things are happening. Let's check this out. Shouts out to my man, Smoke with this one. It says Swift GPI versus Ripple payments. Listen to it, a minute and 30 seconds. Let's check it out.
The videos I have mentioned, the alternative to Swift is Ripple. Okay, so it's a new technology, Ripple network. So we have compared Swift GPI versus Ripple payments here. Okay, Ripple has forced Swift to improve payment processing standards, which have been previously been ignored or taken for granted by Swift. They have been making advances.
Let me replay this guy, because you might have to read it versus listen to guys talking fast in an Indian type language. So it might be hard to listen. But if you read the bottom while you're listening, it might help.
Videos I have mentioned, the alternative to Swift is Ripple. Okay, so it's a new technology, Ripple network. So we have
the alternative to Swift is Ripple.
Compared Swift GPI versus Ripple payments here. Okay, Ripple has forced Swift to improve payment processing standards.
It says Ripple has forced Swift to improve their payment pressing standards,
which have been previously been ignored or taken for granted by Swift. They have been making advances in payment processing space, trying to address age-old issues using different approaches. The first point
they're trying to make put things in place, trying to address age-old issues. It's hard to understand this guy.
I would like to talk about is the infra and the technology. Though Swift introduced GPI Tracker, which provides great visibility in a cross-border payment, it still relies on the old infra and is not as disruptive as payment based on blockchain technology.
So even though Swift has made some upgrades to their cross-border payment, is still based off their old technology, and he's saying is still not as beneficial as blockchain technology like Ripple, XRP.
That is Ripple and the ILP. However, the blockchain space isn't a proven platform in terms of the scalability of framework. Okay. The next point, the other point I would like to talk about is the processing time. So Swift GPI promises payments within 30 minutes or within 24-hour time frame, whereas, just note the difference between the processing time. Ripple offers payment processing standards which confirm payment finality within seconds. Okay, so it's a huge difference in terms of the processing time. However, when we talk about adoption, okay, so Swift still holds the advantage of being the largest network for payment processing with more than 11,000 banks in its network. Swift GPI is a quantum leap to improve speed, security, and transparency issues in payment processing standards, while Ripple is used only by a handful of institutions or the organizations. When I looked into the internet, it was around 45 FIs have.
So basically, Swift has a lot in place, and Ripple is on its way. Has everything in place to assist and or be a better option than Swift. Gotta love it. Guys, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. We have 120 people that are viewing this right now on all of our platforms. I appreciate you guys. Again, make sure you guys go to our Crypto for Life page. Guys, we got a lot of things that's going to be coming up. Don't wait till the last minute to try to subscribe and all that when we start doing these big giveaways and everything else. But if you guys want to be a part of our family, it's called Crypto for Life. Make sure you guys go hit the like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and be a part of some of the things that's going to be coming. You guys know what I'm talking about. We want to be one of the channels, and we got a price point. XRP hits $100. $100. And our goal and my commitment to my family is we're going to give away one car a month for 12 months. All it has to do is hit 100. I said it. Go back and record it. Or go back and rewind it and listen to it again. And so we've been around for a while. We've been making that same statement for years because of where we're positioned. But I can't wait to be that to do that for my community. It's going to be absolutely incredible, along with a special event for the Crypto for Life Chicago Coin family. And I'm sure we'll have many others from other families, BTHO, IBF, GME, GMC. It's going to be incredible, guys. One big ass family. Let's keep it going. Altcoin season is starting soon. That's a fact. Let's go XRP all-time high. The rally for XRP will be seen after it breaks above its all-time high. It will begin soon. I actually shared this, and then I had somebody reach out and say, Jay, this chart is on point. This chart is on point. So if we can get a break above this line right here, guys, which they're calling a phase 2, then boom, the sky is the limit. I'm sorry, is this phase 2? Yeah, phase 2. Yeah, the sky's the limit where this can go. So we need to pop above that all-time high, and then bada boom, bada bing. You guys more interested in that, make sure you guys go over and check out and follow CW and this TA. Okay, speculation is over. It's all about utility, guys. It says 95% of all altcoins are down 95%. That explains the sentiment. And I do agree with that. There's a lot of, guys, when you look at what Bitcoin's doing right now, and this should be kind of like an indication, because I do believe altcoin season is going to come, and there's going to be a lot of altcoins that pump. But when you look at the altcoins that have just been kind of moving, along, and you've seen some of them, you see the Bitcoin, the Ethereum, the XRPs, the Chainlinks, the Solanas, you see some of them, but not all of them are moving. And I know a lot of people are frustrated because 95% of altcoins still aren't. I mean, guys, look at some of these coins last bull run. I'll just give you an example of one, right? There's a bunch of them, but Polkadot, $4? $4? That's how you know we're not even close. What? I mean, we haven't even been in a bull run. When's the last time we seen Polkadot at the prices that it got in 2021 bull run, which was $56 or something like that? Was an all-time high. $55. $55 November 2021, the last bull run. $55. Not even close. That's why a lot of these assets haven't even got there yet, right? We haven't hit a bull run, but I think a lot of people might be surprised because I don't think all coins are going to move, and some coins may not see their all-time highs anymore because and I'm not saying Polkadot, but I'm just saying right now, I think the consensus, the thing that everybody is across the board agrees on is that it's a utility bull run, meaning that assets that have real-world use case, that things are actually going to be utilized with that asset. The whole speculation, it's going to do this and it's going to process tickets at Regal movie theaters. All that stuff that used to make crap pump before, they used to be it was the old buy the rumor, sell the news. I'm not saying a little bit of that's not going to be in play, but it's going to be facts, documentation, partnerships, NDAs, ETFs, a lot of things like that that's going to send these major assets through the roof. Could real estate take XRP to $79.72? What? King XRP shares this. It says top analyst as $2 billion to enter the XRP ledger in days. Let's check it out. 2 minutes.
Now, everybody talks about XRP going to 1,000 or 10,000.
Shouts out to my man, Armando Pantoja.
Due to it potentially replacing SWIFT. But this is something that nobody's talking about. Listen to this.
New Jersey is already putting 370,000 property records on blockchain. So you're already seeing cities do this. That is a tell for me that, holy crap, this is already here and it's happening fast, because typically you see the government entities doing the current things last. BlackRock is now tokenizing 10 trillion in assets. This isn't like a Web 0.3 trend. This is infrastructure.
People don't realize it doesn't take a lot to move these markets.
Here's a case in Texas. A house in Texas just sold to 38 people using an NFT. So what did they do? They took a house that's worth $235,000 in McAllen, Texas, and turned it into tokens. Then they raised $246,000 from 38 investors. And these are normal people. 15 of them have never used crypto before. So they set up their first wallet to buy in. Now they earn weekly rent in USDC, and they can sell their shares on the platform that they want.
Big things are coming, baby. And this is a small example. Big things are coming. I don't care if the people you love and care about, you told about that crypto or whatever, want to hear it or not. They may not want to hear it, but they're going to be a part of it, whether they like it or not. It might be somebody just simply paying their rent. Oh, things are going to change.
Most people want cash flow even when they're young, which I think that's a mistake, but all of that comes into play. You don't need to be a millionaire anymore. That's the cool part. You just need a wallet and a phone, which we all have.
Now, real estate
A wallet and a phone. Damn.
is the biggest asset class in the world by far, but it's completely outdated, and XRP could be the key to unlocking trillions of dollars in value. Buying property today is slow, expensive, and inefficient. Every state, every country has its own systems. Paperwork is incredibly illiquid. Now, blockchain is changing that with real-world asset tokenization. In Dubai, title deeds are now being put on XRP's ledger. Imagine trading real estate like stocks or send it across the world in seconds. Country has its own systems. Paperwork is incredibly illiquid. Now, blockchain is changing that with real-world asset tokenization. In Dubai, title deeds are now being put on XRP's ledger.
Title deeds in Dubai are now being put on XRP ledgers. Man, you better wake up. You better know what you hold. Huh? Control those damn emotions. You're almost there.
Imagine trading real estate like stocks or send it across the world in seconds, or buying a piece of a building that you love. That's a $16 trillion market by 2030.
Guys, you know, here's what I'm going to say. I can't say everything that I know. And I'm not going to be one of those guys like BitBoy. I know some people that know some. But man, I had a beautiful conversation with Jake Claver yesterday evening, last night. I had a beautiful conversation with someone else. I'm not going to say who he is, but he runs a Fortune 500 company. His company and this particular guy watches over 40 billion a month. 40, but these are the conversations I'm having with people. I'm not talking to Pookie. I'm not talking to my cousin Junebug about, you know, where he gonna roll dice at. When I'm not online, I am one of the biggest crypto due diligent type people you'll ever meet. That's all I do. And if you want to, like, God, James, back in the day, you used to talk about all these assets. I mean, you're doing a coin a day. You said you had like 100 or so cryptos. You only have like 10 now? It's these conversations, man, with big money people. And there's something I learned a long time ago. They said, success leaves clues. Do what big money does. And if you have the opportunity to talk to big money, I had a conversation with that gentleman who watches over about 40 billion a month. For this company. I'm not going to say his name or anything else. It's irrelevant. You wouldn't know who he is anyway. But it's somebody I met in this space. Like, you get a lot of, there's a reason I ended up, you know, having all these brilliant people on my show, right? Because when you start talking to Jimmy Valleys and the Molly Elmores and the Linda P. Jones, it's reference after reference after reference after reference after reference. And relationship. When I go to XRP Las Vegas, I'm not sitting there just, I need something to drink. Can I get some free food? You know, I'm making the most of those connections and the conversations. And when someone passes me their number and says, man, we need to talk, I'm a fan, or man, I really like you, or I want to give you some insight, whatever, I embrace those conversations. And some of these conversations, guys, these guys are, all I can say, there's a lot of things that are happening right now, a lot of things that are happening. We should see so many things in 6 to 12 months, and it's going to be epic, specifically for utility assets. And that's all I got to say. But there's a reason I'm so bullish. It's not just the coffee that makes me act like a crackhead. It's the knowledge. It's not just this damn Vietnamese, which it does. You guys pray for me, huh? But it's those conversations, those backdoor, intimate conversations. And I've never been this excited in my life. And it's not because of where it's positioned me monetary wise, it's where it's going. And it's what these people, the conversation these people are having are crazy. To know these guys who are putting in 50 million, 100 and something million, their mindset. I'm like, what are they doing? Where are they at? What are they invested in? Really? I'm going to tell you right now, man, a lot of these dudes, man, are bullish as hell, not just on crypto. They got other assets. They're diversified. They got this, they got XLM, XTC, but a lot of these dudes are super duper, if that's even a damn word, focused on XRP. That's a freaking fact. Follow the big money. All right, and that's not financial. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you the conversations I'm having is crazy. And there's a lot of them. HBAR, XLM, XTC. There's a lot of them, but that's that core. Okay, these guys just know what Ripple's doing. They know these parts. I mean, it's like, smart money doesn't exist on hopium. They exist on facts. That's the conversation we had last night. Facts, Jay. Facts. Some of the most people, man, who got this much sense. They got that much sense in their pinky that I probably got in my whole thing when it comes to money in the financial system. Like that. They're in the tip of their pinky. They know more about financial and the way there's monetary and banking than I do in their pinky. And that's why I love being around them. They might be fans of mine for, whatever. But man, I mean, I told the guy, I said, man, I appreciate it. And these are several conversations, including the one we had with Jake last night. Anyways, let's move on. Okay. Bar so true. I got to get out of here. Damn it. That's got seconds. Okay, guys, we're going to get up out of here. We talked about that already. The number one crypto in America, XRP. Guys, I apologize for rambling on. There's so much more that I want to talk about, including this, the SEC being on the fire. But unfortunately for me, I got to get out of here in 1 hour. That's the commitment I made to IMUTV. So, guys, I appreciate you guys. What is Real Matrix? All you guys that I said was up to TR, Ivan Hernandez. I think I said hello to everybody else. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Until next time. Okay, until next time, we'll see you guys mañana. I got to stay in my hour. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys go check out Melissa and BTHO tonight, and also the digital, what I had up here right here, Digital Ladies Unscripted tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Love you guys. Until next time, it's your boy James, a.k.a. 68J. Greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Love you guys. Peace. Greatest family on planet Earth, EARF. Yeah.